Right, let's all. Hi guys, welcome to the lesson on how to play the chord sequence from Married with Children. We'll get straight on. Really love this song, always did. I remember listening to this over and over again in my teenage years. I don't know why, I just love it. Song is in the key of E. Most of the chords we're going to use are going to be ones we'd expect to hear in the key of E. There's the odd exception, and there's some really interesting chords later on as well. I'm going to just break it up into the 3 chord sequences, really. Rhythm-wise, I'm going to try and give it to you as accurately as I can, but, you know, feel free to really just get the right vibe, you know. Just because if you actually listen to the track, which I have done obviously over and over, not just when I'm younger, but recently, there's lots of times when there's actually another rhythm guitar. So there's 3 guitars. There's the kind of lead line guitar, and then there's the normal rhythm guitar, which you expect at the start, and then there's another rhythm guitar. So it's going to be a little bit of you can amalgamate some of those parts. Anyway, let's just crack on. So first chord sequence is a great one. It's one of those classic Oasis chord sequences. It's very, very similar to She's Electric. So if you know the chord sequence to that, you'll be pretty close to this one. Let's go through the chords to start with, and then we'll move on from there. We've got an E major. I should just say, this song, if you listen to the track, is slightly sharp. Like a lot of this album, for some reason, they either didn't have the tuning tuned up to standard, they tuned it up slightly sharp, or just in the mixing process, it got slightly sharpened. So just be aware of that. If you're playing on the track, it's a little bit sharper. Okay, anyway. So an E major chord. Now, the chord you'd expect to hear next would be a G sharp minor, but they use a major chord. So it's a non-diatonic chord, but it sounds really good, and it's very, very close. It's obviously just one note. It's a C instead of a B, away from a G sharp minor. So it's very, very similar sounding, but just has that different tonality, and it works so well. And it's exactly the same chord in She's Electric. Then we've got a C sharp minor, 4th fret bar minor shape. Then we've got an A, which we're going to play here as a bar up here. And then we're going to go to C, which we're going to play as an 8th fret bar. Then we've got B, which we're going to do as a 7th fret bar. And then we're going to go back to E. Okay? So this is the intro. This is the main sequence, really. So this is played in the intro. It's the verse. I mean, I suppose you could say the bit with I hate the, even though you know you're wrong, you say you're right. It's kind of like a chorusy bit. But so that's the other main bit. I'm mumbling terribly today, so I'm going to try and keep myself kind of blah, 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 blah. So let's go through the rhythm. There's no drums in this track, so the rhythm has a lot of dead hits in it. So as I say, I'm going to go through it very, very accurately, but actually if I play it myself, you know, it's going to be changing a little bit every time. I'm going to just try and get the right vibe, the right feel. So yeah, just bear that in mind. But I'm going to go through it super accurately, because that's the kind of point of YouTube, and I don't want people to be in the comments going, that's not super accurate, because I want it to be. Yeah, anyway, come on, Paul. So the first chord, E, so the first bar is going to be a move from E to G sharp minor. So we're going to do the E with a down strum, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do what I would call cake jaffa, because that's the rhythm. We always have these little some people just feel the rhythms and whatever, but I can always talk them out. Cake jaffa would just be cake jaffa. Okay, so sometimes you'll have Jaffa cake, and sometimes you'll have cake Jaffa. Okay, and that's just the rhythm, how the rhythm sounds, and so I can talk through a rhythm like that, and it really, really helps me. In this case, it's going to be cake Jaffa, which is always going to be cake down, and then Jaffa is a down up. Okay, so we're going to go down, down, up. That's the rhythm for the second beat of this first bar, still on the E chord. What's going to make it more difficult is the first down is going to be just a normal E chord, but then that down up is going to be dead hits. Okay, so it's going to be down for my cake, and then my Jaffa is going to be 2 dead hits. Now, I quite like to use my little finger to do the muting there. I'm not pushing down anymore on the E. You can see my hand slightly move when I push down and not. So there's me pushing down, there's me not. So I do that, but I often also just rest my pinky as well. personal habit, but it works quite well for this kind of chord. When you're doing a bar chord, you don't need to do that because you've already got all the strings covered, but for an E major, you don't. So for an open chord, I'll often do that. So that's 2 beats down. We got down, and then we got our cake Jaffa, which is down, down, up, with the Jaffa bit as dead hits. Okay? Okay, great. So, next chord, G sharp minor. I'll often play it like this with my thumb over the top. So, you know, please excuse me when I do. I'm going to try for this video to play it with a normal bar chord shape, but I might not. Okay, so this is our G sharp root note. So it's 4th fret bar and then an E shape basically with our other fingers. That's our G sharp. So you talked about me having a. I talked about cake Jaffa. Now we've got Jaffa cake. So this next rhythm is going to go Jaffa cake, cake Jaffa, which is going to be down, up, down for our beat 3, and then down, down, up, the opposite. So we've got. That's the rhythm of the second half of this bar. Again, we've got some dead notes which make it a little bit trickier. This first beat with this chord, which is beat 3 of the bar, is going to be down, up, down. Okay, so but this middle one, the up, is going to be a dead hit. So it's going to be. It's really weird strumming there. There you go. Much easier there. Okay, so. And then the 4th beat is going to be our down, down, up, and the final up is going to be a dead note, which is going to be. So we've got basically the up strums in the second half of the bar are all dead notes. So we've got down, 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 up, dead. Then we've got down, up, down with the middle one dead. Then we've got down, down, up with that final up being dead, as you can hear. So that's basically it. Okay, didn't get all the dead notes perfectly dead, but you get the idea. But bar 2, we're going to move on to a C sharp minor. So we've got the first 2 beats is just going to be 2 down hits. Then we're going to do a down up, dead, and then we're going to move and hit the A. So it's going to be so we're hitting that A just, you know, half a beat before you'd expect to be hitting it. So nice cool sound. So the first bar, the first 2 beats are E, the beat 3 and 4 are G sharp. In this one, we're moving just half a beat before beat 3. So down, 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 up, down. And then we've basically got the same second half rhythm as we had in the first bar, where we're going to go down, up, down, 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 up. So it's going to be like that. So down, 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 up, dead, down, down, up, down, 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 up. Okay, so that's bar 2. Bar 1, so I'll try and play them together. Okay, then we're going to go to C, 2 downs and then a down up dead. So this would be kind of one on its own, and then it's going to be kind of like a cake Jaffa feel. Okay, then we're going to go to B, 7th fret bar, same shape as we did on for the C and the G sharp. Bar with the E shape, and we're going to do 2 kind of hits on that B. And the first one, I'm going to slightly release my hand. I don't know if you can see. I'll try and move a bit closer. Pushing down. Kill the note by doing that, yeah? So we get that staccato feel. Just release the hand. Don't press down anymore, basically. Okay. There's another dead hit, which is really just a chance to move your hand to an E chord, which is our next chord. So it's quite a rhythmic hit, and we want it to be dead because we're heading back to that E chord. Okay, cool. So Bar 4 of this sequence, which is the final bar of the sequence, then we just do it over and over again lots and lots of times, is really difficult because actually they often have a third guitar over the top. So you've got the lead line kind of doing the kind of... all that kind of widdly widdly widdly, but you've also got another guitar over this E going and hammering on to that B note there, which is so from an open A to a B note, 2nd fret A string, whilst playing an E chord. So you can play that actually instead of what I'm going to show you, which is the rhythm underneath that, which is the very rhythmic rhythm. Do whichever you want. It's your, you're doing it. Also, if you are like playing it in a band, you'd probably only have 2 guitars. So one of you would be doing that bit, and then another one would be doing this. And I think you could do that over the top. You could do whichever. So basically, the rhythm on this song, it kind of goes the same as with the hammer-on bit. But we're going to have more dead hits in it. We hit the E just normally, and then we've got a down-up which is dead. A dead. Or you can down up, that kind of thing. Then we've got another down up, and it's actually just completely dead again. Very rhythmic now. The bottom guitar in the layer. So you've got the bottom guitar just doing the rhythmic stuff. You've got the guitar like layered on top doing that little hammer. Then you've got the guitar on top of that doing the lead. Okay, that's kind of how it's laid in the track. And they do a little down up rhythmic. Just a Jaffa on its own, and there's actually a little stop, and then we come back with an up, down, up, and again it's completely rhythmic. You can't hear an E chord there. I think probably because you've got that guitar doing that over the top. So you can do basically the same rhythm there. So if I just talk through the rhythm, I guess it's going to be down, down, up. That first E is just a normal E. Then the rest of the bar is really rhythmic. Then another down up, another stop, and then an up down up. And then we start again with exactly the same things, exactly the same sequence. Exactly the same sequence, exactly the same rhythm, that's what I'm trying to say. I messed that up a little bit, but you get the idea. Yeah, something along those lines. I think I messed up. I'm not sure how good that was. I'm trying to do it super accurately, and it's just really difficult because I learned this years ago, and I learned it not super accurately. I just learned it to play it so I could really sing it with my friends, like a lot of these songs. And so trying to learn them super accurately is really, really difficult for me. Anyway. So that's the chord sequence. That's the super accurate with down ups and dead hits. If I was to play, this is probably how I play if I was just playing it underneath. So I'm doing it differently every single time. So feel free to just use the chord sequence and then do your own thing, okay? But if you really want to learn it super accurately, that's the super accurate version of the main section. Cool. Boof. Okay, so the kind of chorus section, which is the bit that starts, I hate the way that even though you know you're wrong, blah, blah, blah. So the main chords of this are going to be A, 7 and E. The difference is we're not going to play a normal A7 like this. We're going to play an A chord, and then we're going to put our pinky on the 3rd fret E string, which is going to make it a 7 chord. Then I'm going to do just a normal E. That's 3 times, A7 to E 3 times. Then we've got, we're going to do, effectively it's like an F sharp bar chord, but what we're going to do is we're going to leave the E string, there's the E string, and the B string open. So we get this sound, which is a really cool sound. It's an F sharp 7 sharp 11. So an F sharp 7 sharp 11. Then we're going to keep that shape and move it up to A. So So there's our A note, but leave the E and the B strings open, so it's going to be an A add 9. And then we're going to go and play a G power chord, which is going to be 3, 5, 5. Okay? Right. Whew. Now, rhythmically, I'm going to try and give you the best approximation of the rhythm. Yeah, it's really hard, because I just kind of been feeling out the rhythm for so many years. It's really hard to sit down and try and get an accurate rhythm, but I'm going to try my best to do that for you. So be kind in the comments with it, because yeah, anyway, it's hard, man, it's hard. So first time we play this, we're gonna have just 2 down strums, just with a normal A chord. Then the pinky goes on. This is where it gets a bit more complicated. We're going to do a down strum again. And this is going to be like that cake Jaffa feel. So we're going to do a down, down, up. But the second down is going to be a dead hit. Then up. Okay? Then what I do here, I'm going to do a dead up, down. Then I'm going to do a normal up. Is the sound. Up, down, up. I'm going there. So rather than down, up, down, it's going to be up, up, down, up. Then I'm just going to do a little down, up. Quite a fast down up just to get myself moving to the next chord. So like that. Then I'm going to do effectively the same rhythm over the E. So I'm going to go down, 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 up, down, up, down, up. Down, down, down. There you go. Yeah, that was right. Like, I think I got it right. So that's basically the rhythm that I'm going to do. That's what it sounds like they're doing. It's basically the same rhythm twice. It is quite hard to hear. And honestly, like, if you listen to them doing it live, they do it differently. You just want to get the right feel. The main thing of this section, this little bit here, is to get that feel where you start those first couple of hits with just a normal A chord and then you hit the 7 on. So as long as you got that, and then you want to emphasize that G note when you're playing. You could do that, you know, obviously I'm doing a lot less strumming, but that works because that's the sound, that's the sound. A chord, then the 7 with a lot of emphasis. The final bit where we've got this F sharp 7 sharp 11 chord, I should play it like this. I'd normally play it with my thumb over the top, so if you feel like doing that, do, because I often play my bar chords like this. I'm sure I've mentioned that before, but anyway. I'm just going to do down strums, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and sounds right to me. There's another guitar doing a little, I think it's a little slide or a hammer, slide bend. Yeah, anyway, it's that kind of sound. But anyway, we're just going to do down strums, down up, sorry, 1 and, actually no, just down strums, sorry, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we'll move to the A. Down, 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 up. 2 downs on that G, and then we're there. Oh, man. 5 minutes of your time, about an hour of my time working at getting all the rhythms sorted, but hopefully it helps. So the main thing is to get the A first, then the A7, then you go to the E. So I'm just going to play through that section, okay? So I try not to get it too badly wrong, so I probably will. Yeah, well, that sounded okay. I'm the most surprised out of all of us. Cool, so that is the chorus section. Love it, sounds great. This song is much more fun when you don't spend hours trying to get the rhythm exactly perfect. Just go out there, use this video as a rough guide and go and play this song. It's awesome, enjoy it. Right, one more section. Okay, section 3. Bridge? Yeah, let's call it bridge. So, chords. C sharp minor. And it will be nice, is the line. Then we're going to go to a G sharp minor this time, so the middle finger's not down. Then we've got that A add 9 again, which we love. Then we're going to play an E, and then an E7 in the same bar. Then we repeat that again, C sharp minor, G sharp minor, A add 9. Then we're going to go B add 11, which is a B bar chord, but the E and the B strings open. Then A add 9. Then F sharp 7, sharp 11. Oh, sorry, G sharp minor, then the F sharp. Yeah. Those are our chords, lots of that shape. So I'll go through that in more detail in a sec. So, chord sequence, I'm just going to do lots of downs basically, just because I want it to sound different to the whole rest of the song. So the whole rest of the song is quite rhythmic and quite that kind of feel. Lots of down ups, lots of kind of offbeat stuff. None of that. We're just going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and basically. The only chord that's slightly different will be the E to E7 move. So first chord, C sharp minor, down up, so down, 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 etc. for 1 bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and G sharp minor, same thing going on. A at 9. So that for that E, I'm gonna go. So it's down, 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 up. Okay. I'm going to do the same rhythm for the second half of the bar. Down, 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 up. But I'm going to put my pinky on to get the E7 feel. So much like with the A7 feel, it's just a normal chord with one finger. This for the A it was a G note. For us it has to be for the E it has to be a D note. So I'm going to go down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Back to C sharp minor. Down and 2 and 3 and 4 and C sharp minor. Same thing, B and 4 and A add 9. Let those strings ring out, B and 4 and then I'm going to go to B add 11, which is a B chord with the E and the B strings open. So this is the bit where it's with you, so So it's going to be kind of down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. And then I say down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. So it's just back into that section. That's all that middle section is. Rhythmically way easy, a couple of new chords. And then just at the end, what we do on that final time through, I don't care, so don't you worry, goodbye. I'm going home. A little bit of a row, which means we slow down, so it'd be kind of, yeah, so I'm, goodbye, there's your hit, going. We hit that once, leave it for a bar, and then we're going to hit an E7 sharp 9. Okay, the Jimi Hendrix chord, which we love. So basically it's an E7 with a sharp 9 on top. 7th fret on the A string with your middle finger. 6th fret on the D string with your first finger. 7th fret on the G string with your ring finger. And then 8th fret on the B string with your pinky. I'm also playing the open E string, because I can. Because it's an E. E7 sharp 9, and we just let that ring out. Okay, yeah, and just ring it out for nothing. For nothing? Yeah, forever. I'll tell you what, my talking today has been terrible. Words, bad. So anyway, so those are the 3 sections. I've tried to be as accurate as I can with those rhythms, but really, just play it, have fun with it, and enjoy it. Just take those chord sequences and get those rough rhythms down, and it will work really, really nicely. It's a cool chord sequence. Thank you all for listening and watching to this. Hopefully you'll find it useful. I love this song, so please go and play it and enjoy it. And I love this chord sequence, it's very clever. Next video, I will do the main solo, which is not that long actually. I think it's like an 8-bar solo or something like that, which is the bit just before that bridge section. All in E major, position 5 basically, which is what you'd expect. And then, yeah, and so my next 2 videos would be me playing that solo and then me doing the lesson on that. If there's any songs you want me to do, I only have now, I think, 3 or 4 songs in the bank to look at, so I will try and just get those up as soon as possible, and then I might just start doing some of my own stuff. But obviously, if there's other songs you want, doesn't necessarily have to be Oasis, but it doesn't matter if it is, I don't mind too much. Just let me know. And as usual, you know, please like the videos, please subscribe to the channel. I'll try and get more and more videos coming, and please comment on nice things on the bottom. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all guys soon. Bad words not working. Bye bye.